All right, so I have 3 more problems to finish this lesson. I'm going to show you each of the methods. So my first one would be the method where we just have to write it as x plus something and x plus something else, right? Because my leading coefficient is 1. So I just need factors of 8 that have a sum of 6, which would be a 2 and a 4, right? And this is really the quickest method when the leading coefficient is 1. You just have to figure this part out. Notice we're still finding factors of C that have a sum of B. Okay, so 2 and 4, and then that's it. It is factored. Now, on the next one, we're going to use the method that I taught you. If the leading coefficient is a prime number, which in this case it is, right? It's a 3. So we're going to find factors of 3y squared, and we're going to find factors of -8, and then we're going to do the trial and check. Okay? So 3y times y, and then on -8 we actually have several different ones. -1 times 8, -8 times 1, -4 times 2, and -2 times 4. Okay, so all of those are possibilities. And you might look at this and say, I think I'll just use the grouping method. And you know what? That's perfectly fine if you would rather do that. Okay, so we're going to put in the 3y and the y. And then I'm just going to kind of think through this. I'm trying to get -10y. And so as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking, okay, if I put an 8 here, that's 24 and 1, and neither of those with either sign is going to be very helpful that way. If I put it here, that's an 8y and a 3y. Well, whether I'm subtracting or adding, with the different signs, I'm still not going to get the 10. Okay, so I'm saying those aren't going to work. And now I'm going to go to the -4 and the +2 and see if I can get those to work. And so if I put in, I'm going to try this. Okay, so if I say I need a -10, if I put the 4 opposite the 3, right, that's going to give me -12, -12y. And so since that was a -4, I'm going to put the +2 here, and that gives me a 2y. And you can see when I add those, I'm going to get -10y. So 3y plus 2 times y minus 4. And that's it, right? We found the binomials to get this in the proper factored form. All right. So we have this last one, and you can see our numbers have gotten bigger here. And so on this, we do actually have a common factor, and hopefully you notice this, because if not, it really kind of messes things up and you still have to factor it out at some point. Okay, so we're going to take out a 3, and that leaves me with 4x squared minus 16x plus 15. And you might think, oh, well, those numbers are still kind of large. Well, they're not too bad. And so I'm going to multiply the a times c, so 4 times 15, factors of 60 that have a sum of -16. Now, if you start thinking through factors of 60, there are a lot. 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, and we just go on and on. But the one that works is 6 and 10. Right, so -6 times -10 would give me a +60. -6 plus -10 is the -16. And so let's replace that middle term with -6x. Whoops. How about a minus? -10x plus 15. We're going to group and factor. Keep the 3, don't lose it, right? It has to be there. There's a common factor of 2x for the 4x squared and the -6x. So 2x minus 3. I have a common factor of 5, and it's a -5. Remember, that sign has to be here. So that leaves me with 2x minus 3. And then I can write this in factored form. So 3 times 2x minus 3, my common binomial, and then my other binomial is 2x minus 5. And now we have it in factored form. And that is the end of this lesson. All right, bye.